Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the Pile of Bowls Open live stream. We're streaming here from the Regina Lawn Bowling Club. This is currently day 3 of the tournament, and we are streaming round 2. So, for this game, we are going to be streaming the teams The Rusty Spurs, which comprises of Carter Watson, Jordan Koss, Joanna Cooper, and Aussie Chambers. And they will be playing against the Prairie Posse, who comprises of Brian McMillan, Ted Hawkban, Jan Robson, and Janine Demenchuk. So the teams are just finishing up their trial ends. We've got the last 4 bowls to go, and then the game will start. So the teams are just finishing up their trial ends. We've got the last 4 bowls to go, and then the game will start.
We'll get the red one up top there too, if you don't mind. We'll do both. And we'll stay out of your hair for a while. Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot. So it looks like to start this game off, the Rusty Spurs will be throwing the jack. So that will be Aussie Chambers. Just waiting for the bell. Just waiting for the bell.
So for this stream, I may have to take a couple of breaks here and there as I change batteries in one of the cameras. We're using a different camera than we normally would for Cathedral Short Mat to get us the range that we need. So hopefully we can see the heads better. It looks like the jack has just been thrown. That's the first ball, Aussie Chambers, coming up just about 16 inches short. Good start. Janine with a really great answer there. 16 inches short, good start.
Come back this afternoon? No.
Janine, really great answer there. Janine making contact with the jack again, taking the jack back a little bit. Still shot though. Joanna's first bowl here. Great start. Very good bowl. There we go. Ted here looking to come around. That's a pretty good bowl there too, just off to the other side of the jack. Jordan up. Jordan just coming through, looks like between maybe the bowl and the jack. Giving them a back bowl there. Janice is up now. Their first bowl. Making contact, and looks like she got shot out of that. That's a good bowl from Janice. Jordan just coming around the back there, looking to make contact. Slight miss, but very close. Put them in a good position. By the way, I'm Brandon Watson. I'm the one that's speaking on this live stream. I don't think I introduced myself before, but I'll do it now. By the way, I'm Brandon Watson. I'm the one that's speaking on this live stream. I don't think I introduced myself before, but I'll do it now. Carter Watson up to the mat here with his first bowl. Probably looking maybe to make a bit of contact with Janice's red bull. Or take it back. Oh, and he gets a piece of it, but it kind of ricochets back over. Janice is indicating that the Prairie Posse is still holding one. Brian coming in with his first bowl, just a little inside there. Carter probably looking to make some sort of similar contact. If he can get the bull or the jack back a little bit, would be good. Something at the weight. Oh, and just missing inside. Brian's bowl coming around the outside, and the Prairie Posse will score 1 point in the first end. Brian's bowl coming around the outside, and the Prairie Posse will score 1 point in the first end. Ozzy and Janine both off a little bit short this first end. Or this first bowl, I should say. Janine making a pretty good adjustment there. A little inside though. Ozzy bumping himself up. It's a good bowl. Ted's first bowl in, looking to be about jack high, but a little bit outside. Joanna with a good first bowl, coming in a little bit behind, putting the Rusty Spurs in a good position. Ted with a very nice bowl there. Should definitely be shot. Janice coming back and making contact with Joanna's back bowl. Probably the Prairie Posse would be sitting 2 right now, I would think. Jordan with an excellent bowl there. Coming up probably 6 inches in front of the jack. I'm not sure which bowl is shot. Well, I would say Jordan is definitely shot now. If he wasn't before.
But they said, I read once you put a dryer sheet in the roaster, and you let it soak.
Hey, Brian up to the mat here first. See what he does. From this angle, it's kind of hard to tell how much room he has to get in or get around. Just coming in on a little bit on Ozzy's bowl there. Weight probably would have been very close. Jordan indicating to draw around that stuff. See what happens here. It looks a little bit hot. Line was probably close by the looks of where it landed. Carter looking to be a little bit better on the weight this time. Can he do it? Sneak in? Maybe. They're certainly having a look at it. And it's just 1, so the Rusty Spurs tie the game up. 1 after 2 ends.
Yes, it's very nice. Yesterday. Today. That's what they must have been terrific. It should be okay now for a little while. Oh, you're okay. We'll just put the lid on it because we don't need it right this moment. Yeah.
Slightly longer jack this end. Okay. Jordan coming in with a very nice bowl. And it's a little bit inside, not with enough weight to shaking some things up. Jordan just misses in between the two bowls there. Putting the bowl in the back, it's a good back bowl. Carter's first bowl here of the end. Oh, and it just chunks onto Ozzy's bowl up front, bumping it in. Probably would have been a little short.
Ryan coming in, just missing through the same hole that Jordan missed earlier. And just flopping into the ditch back there. They're coming in, making contact with Jordan's bowl and rolling a little bit past. Ryan a little closer with his weight, but not quite there. And it looks like the Rusty Spurs will get at least a point. Yeah, Rusty Spurs getting 1 point. We get 2-1 after end 3. Aussie with an excellent bowl there to start off. Right beside the jack.
Rusty Spurs getting 1 point. We get 2-1 after end 3.
Janine with a good attempt to shake the bowl off of the jack. Still in a decent position. Joanna on the mat now. It's coming up a little bit short. Ted with a nice bowl, knocking it down to 1 point for the Rusty Spurs. Joanna with a nice bowl coming in behind the jack with some good position.
Janice with a really nice bowl, rolling Aussie off of the jack. Likely sitting one, maybe two actually. Yeah, two because of Ted's bowl up front. Jordan pushing herself in. Ryan indicating that best side to come would be Janice's backhand, indicating that any jack movement to the or Janice's right of the head would be better. Put her on the mat. It's coming in just a little short, about maybe 18 inches short. Decent line. Ryan with a nice bowl there. Likely grabbing another shot. Oh, Carter coming up just similar to his last bowl. Prairie Posse getting at least a point here. Getting 1 point. Interesting. All tied up again here after N4. Close game so far. Prairie Posse getting at least a point here. Getting 1 point. Interesting. How's it going out there? All tied up again here.
We need our first stringers back out there. We saw you on TV. Oh. Things hard. If you get a little bit long, it's in the ditch, so that draw weight is something.
Aussie with a nice start here. Coming close to the jack, probably within 10 inches. Janine with a pretty good answer. Just coming maybe 3 feet behind the jack in good position. Aussie splitting Janine's 2 bowls. It's another good bowl there. Ted with a decent bowl, probably not quite gaining shot out of it, but close. Joanna with definitely a bit more weight than her first bowl. Comes in, makes contact with Ozzy. Nice shot. Definitely a bit more weight than her first bowl. Comes in, makes contact with Ozzy. Nice shot. Janice with a really nice bowl. Bumping Joanna back. Maybe got 2 out of it. Jordan looking probably to push the jack back maybe 2 feet, 1.5 feet, something like that. Get it back into the range of Joanna's bowl or bowls and Ozzy's bowl. Probably push the jack back maybe 2 feet, 1.5 feet, something like that. Get it back into the range of bowls and Ozzy's bowl. It's a nice shot there, just coming up a little bit behind, but weight would have been good for a trail. Brian up to the mat here first. Certainly going to have to be a little bit careful of the kind of weight that he plays. Considering the rusty spurs of 3 bowls, about a foot and a half behind the jack. Coming up just a little bit short, but might have blocked the ability of Carter to get in for the trail. Certainly seems to be here. Oh, and just missing to the outside. Brian coming in just around the back. A little bit past the 3 or 4 bowls that the rusty spurs have. A trail of a foot and a half could end up getting the rusty spurs 3 to 4, maybe even 5 points, depending on how things fall. team discussion about how to maybe make that shot happen. Certainly a lot of bowls out front that could maybe hinder this job, make it a little bit harder. Let's see what Carter does. Oh, and just missing to the outside slightly. It looked like it was probably pretty close. Although with the weight, it's hard to know just how far it would have moved back. And that will be the Prairie Posse scoring 1, which puts them in a lead of 3-2 after 5 ends. Janine with a pretty good start there, just coming around the back slightly.
This one?
Maybe about 1.5 feet out.
I'm gonna get I'm just gonna take a bottle of water and also what do you got?
Ozzy's first bowl coming through the head, giving them a back bowl for the rest of the end.
Actually, I'll get a one and
Janine with another nice bowl, just flopping one down maybe 8 inches behind the jack. It's an excellent spot. Ozzy with a pretty good answer there, just coming out a little bit inside, but maybe an inch or two in front of the jack. Ted up.
Sitting out this one. I won't take it. If I keep sitting here, I'm moving out of here at the end of the day. Yeah, exactly.
Ted's second bowl definitely coming in through the head. Back to a similar position as Ozzy's bowl. Rusty Spurs still looking to outdraw Janine. It's a good second or third shot by Joanna. If they can move Janine's bowl out, they've got a few extra shots in the head. Well, Janice just changed that up. Jordan with a nice bowl, stopping on Janice's bowl, flopping in, probably for second shot.
Jordan's last bowl of the end here. Oh, just a little bit short and inside. Still looking to outdraw Janine's starting bowl. Putting that pressure on early and ahead can be such a key element of scoring in an end. Putting that pressure on early and ahead can be such a key element of scoring. Ryan's first bowl a little bit short, although it could be in the way of a drive. Looks like Carter might be in the area here, and it looks like he got shot. That's an excellent draw from Carter.
Oh, that's nice. It's on streaming.
That's awesome.
Good job. Thanks.
Awesome.
Ryan just missing with his bowl, looking to shake things up. In the area though. Carter may be looking to just move his bowl a little bit. Bumping back Janine's could bring in another point. But he does end up with a really excellent draw. Likely for two, I would think. Yep, for 2 points after 6. So that is going to make it 4-3 for the Rusty Spurs. Still a very, very close game. It's been back and forth every single end. Aussie's first bowl, just coming in around the jack. Good back bowl to start. Carter indicating for the bowl to keep coming. Very animated. Does appear to be a slightly more spread out head this end. I'll just shift it over so we can see the jack here. Carter indicating for the bowl to keep coming. Very animated. Does appear to be a slightly more spread out head this end. I'll just shift it over so we can see the jack. Okay, and that leaves Carter and Brian. See what happens here. Certainly have a lot of bowls out front to get through or get around. Carter and Brian. Carter's first bowl coming through fairly heavy, looking to remove the black bowl. It's been a very hot couple of days at POBO so far. Today is a little bit nicer. It's about 24 degrees outside, but before, yesterday and the day before, I believe we're in the 30s. Yesterday might have even reached about 36. So I'm sure the players are enjoying the slightly cooler temperature.
Alright, well, I don't see it. It's too yet. It's all good.
Janice indicating that the Prairie Posse scored 1 to tie the game up after 7 ends. It's going to be a nail biter through and through. Okay, and we're back after a short break to showcase our fantastic POBO sponsors. Thank you so much for your support for making this tournament possible, and for all of the great prizes and player gifts that were supplied. Okay, we're back after a short break to showcase our fantastic POBO sponsors. Thank you so much for your support for making this tournament possible, and for all of the great prizes and player gifts that were supplied. Ted with a really great bowl there, grabbing the jack, taking it back slightly. Jordan coming in with a decent bowl around the back, very close, maybe a measure for shot.
Okay, thanks.
Outside for it.
And I'm watching you.
Oh. I'll try and behave.
Wait.
Yeah, I will.
Brian with his first bowl at the end coming, looking to draw in, and a fairly nice bowl just coming on the inside edge of Jordan's. Might be second shot. Carter stopping on Janice's bowl in the back, definitely taking out one shot, but is it enough? Carter stopping on Janice's bowl in the back, definitely taking out one shot.
That's kind of luxurious streaming for you.
It definitely is. Oh, Carter just coming in around the back. He may have been looking for a slight trail. Janice just indicated that it is 1 point for the Prairie Posse, who take the lead again on end 8. This has been a really close match all the way through. Ozzy just coming a little bit heavy and bumping Janine in. Heavy again, coming in and around the back, but definitely in the back there, usable. Ted pushing a bowl in. I'm not sure whether that was Janine or Joanna. Joanna coming in with a very nice draw here for number 1. Jordan with a nice bowl. Likely good for 2 for the Rusty Spurs.
Janice very close on her weight on the first bowl, though. All she has to do is
Pretty tight so far, isn't it? Yes.
adjust the line slightly. Very similar shot to her last. Jordan with another nice bowl. Maybe for third shot. Certainly close.
Good picture you got going on. Are you commentating?
Everyone gathered at that end of the green to watch Brian's bowl come in. Comes off of Jordan, slides through the head, but didn't really make any contact with anything else. Probably leaving the Rusty Spurs with 1 or 2 points. Carter's first bowl, excellent draw. Kind of burying the jack a little bit from sight at the mat. Brian coming through on an inside edge of a bowl into the head. Jordan indicating they're still up 1. Brian definitely cut them down. Carter's coming up to take a look at it. Team decide what's the best course of action. Of course, I'm sure they're wondering if there's any good way to remove Brian's red bowl, but it does look to be jammed on the front side of Jordan's. See if I can get a slightly closer look for us. Carter sitting shot out there, out front I should say. Brian probably second in the back. I don't know if they're going to be able to get Brian's bowl out of the head cleanly. At least not without a bunch of weight, which could end up moving a lot more around than they were originally anticipating. Coming in for a draw, very close, just inside. That's likely going to be good for 1 for the Rusty Spurs, tying this game up once again.
Aussie going for a very, very long jack. So N9 or N10 will be played a fair amount longer than the rest of the game. Let's see what happens. Janine with a very good first bowl. Good adjustment to the longer end. Aussie looking to answer back the second bowl. Again, certainly better on the weight. Oh, just coming through and into the ditch. That last meter and a half, fairly brown. Probably going to be challenging to draw much farther past the jack. Certainly will be on the minds of the bowlers. Joanna on the mat here with her first bowl. It's coming in nicely, and that's an excellent shot. Well done. That's a nice bowl by Ted as well. Keeping them in that area is going to be the challenge with the brown patch behind the jack. Especially with the slight downhill slope into the ditch in that last meter of the green.
Fair moment. Yeah.
Joanna with a very nice bowl in the back there. Actually, it did seem to slow down more than I was anticipating, so maybe it might not be quite as much of a challenge. Ted with another close bowl there, similar to his first. Prairie Posse are currently sitting 3 seconds, so the Rusty Spurs are definitely going to want to get another bowl in the head, which it looks like Jordan might have just done. Maybe a little bit out.
Our greenskeeper Darren has been working hard the last couple of weeks to give the greens a little bit of extra, or green B I should say, which is where the POBO games are all taking place. He's been working hard to give them a little bit of extra care, to get the speed up a little bit, and I've heard players say that they are running, or that B is running anywhere from 11 to even up to 13.5 seconds, which is pretty good. Certainly not bad for Regina. Carter's first ball coming up a little short there. Brian's first ball coming through the head, winding up in the ditch. Was maybe looking to punch out Joanna's bowl. Which could possibly be good for maybe even 4 if his bowl stuck around. Carter definitely going to be looking to try to get another bowl in the head, although it looks a little light. Maybe putting something in the eye. Brian just tripped off of a bowl in front. Fairly nice controlled weight to move Joanna's bowl out of the head, but just misses, and it looks like the Rusty Spurs will grab 1 point in the 10th end of the game, coming out with a very slight lead late in the game. 2 ends, I believe 2 ends left to go. Aussie with a very nice first bowl, coming in about 14 inches behind the jack. Great start. Janine with a very nice answer as well. Putting a bowl right beside Aussie's. Might even have gotten a shot out of it too. Was he looking to do something probably very similar? Another fairly good bowl, just a little outside the jack high. Janine's last bowl coming out just a little short of where the camera's view is. That's now Joanna up with a nice bowl there, using Aussie and just working in slightly. Brian took a good look, but didn't indicate which bowl was shot, so
Hard to tell from this angle. Joanna looking to do something similar. Coming up a bit short. Ted definitely in the area with his last bowl. A little bit outside, but good weight. Carter indicating it's a measure for shot. Jordan moving Joanna's bowl in for shot. That's a good bowl. Nice controlled weight there. Jordan with decent weight, just clanking on Janice's bowl in the front. This is a very, with this being the second last end of the game, in a game that's as close as this one has been, where each team has just been scoring 1 point, if the Rusty Spurs could pick up 1 or 2 points, that would be a very big end for them, and vice versa. If the Prairie Posse could do something similar, give them a good advantage going into the last end, particularly in a game where there have been no big ends scored. If either team could get more than 1 point here, it would be very big going into the last end. Carter grabbing an edge of Jordan's, moving in. Well, moving both bowls in, but not sure if it was enough. Certainly doesn't hurt to have more in the head, though. Joanna may be indicating that moving a bowl back slightly would help a lot. Carter definitely has a little bit more weight. Trying to get some motion on a bowl, maybe not quite the right one. Brian moving Janice's bowl into the head, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Coming just behind Joanna's bowl, and the Rusty Spurs will pick up a point in the second last end of the game, making it 7-5. It's going to be very key here to claim the jack first in this end. Aussie with not a bad start. About a foot and a half, 2 feet out in front. Good line. Janine's last bowl coming through the head, ending up in not a bad spot. Joanna's going to be looking to put a bowl on the jack, as close as possible. Not far off, and that's a very good bowl. Oh, Ted with a really excellent attempt. Just coming through the hole between Joanna's bowl and the jack. Very close. And Joanna with a very nice bowl again. Coming up just in front of her first bowl. Likely for 3 points at the moment. Ted's in the area again. Oh, and just catching Aussie's bowl for a roll in. In the area again. Oh, and just catching Aussie's bowl. Jordan's last bowl, better weight, probably jack high, just on the outside though. Jan coming with a bit extra weight, just inside there. Leaving it up to Carter and Brian to finish this game off. Carter and Ryan to finish this game off. Carter up first here on the mat. Catching an edge of a ball up front. Probably would have been 1 or 2 feet behind the jack. Brian's opening bowl here of this last end. See what happens. Seems to be in the area. Oh, and just sliding through the hole. Meeting Ted's bowl did the very same thing. Carter putting the ball in the back there to for position. That's a good bowl. It'll force Brian to play a little bit more controlled weight as he has best back. Last bowl of the game, but this looks a little light. And it looks like the Rusty Spurs will get 1 point for sure. Maybe 2 to win this match. Well, that was a very close match. Trade with both teams trading points back and forth, single points back and forth, I should say. Really, really great game by 2 great teams. Please join us in a few minutes as we will start another stream for the final round of day 3 of POBO. And hopefully we will keep streaming tomorrow as well as we head into the finals. So thank you for tuning in to this stream, and we hope to catch you at around 3 o'clock for the next stream.